bomber jacket in the winter. It's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken. Field.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Now it's Burrow. He's going to air one out. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Rams are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. And the Rams at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in on a pretty good roll lose it 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. They really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game, but I like the way his guys rallied around him.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Gay is on for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Here we go.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
11 corners.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
11.
On 2nd and 12. Burrow, man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Rams, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of the first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. They find some open field here. Touchdown, L.A.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Sanders. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
21-0 our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter. The score, Rams 21, Bengals 0.
On 2.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
11 MT. 11 MT. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 15. It'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And some space here. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal. Akers will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
They'll look to run with Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Here's Akers. They try and run. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. And
it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Rams are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Now Burrow on first down. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Working with his 2nd and 4.
11 Thomas.
Here's Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there.
Here we go, here we
and
go.
they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Burrow looking to pass. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And they go play action now. Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Burrow will throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, it's such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. You think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the 2nd half gets started.
This will be a return from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the 2nd half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down. They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. A give up the middle to Akers.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in their 2nd half blowout material. They'll go again here with Akers.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12.
Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome. But completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out. Well, I certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
To the air again, Burrow. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they try to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
And how about this, a fake? Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, sometimes the fake punts work out. They're fun, and you're so smart for doing it. And sometimes, Charles, what happens is an epic fail, and what we just saw was an epic fail.
And you're right about that, because the key here is the element of surprise. You have to catch a defense completely unaware that this might happen, this might occur. Unfortunately, somehow they tipped it off, or they were just well coached and on their toes.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Going right back to Akers. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
151 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football, because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On the handoff, it's Akers. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
And making the tackle there, Jacoby Durant.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here we go.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
11 empty.
Now Burrow. And my goodness, another interception.
they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
On the give, this is Akers.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he's got some space here. There he goes, right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Gun.
Now it's Burrow. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any